What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Luke Show. I'm here with Tim and Noah. What's up, guys?
It's
So, fellas,
This is y'all's first time meeting, right?
yeah, face to face, sort of.
Wow. Okay.
first
Great.
time.
Give like for everybody, for you guys and for the listeners, just like, two interesting facts about yourselves.
I'll let you go first so I know which direction to go.
Um, mm,
It's
I'm first generation. My family, my parents are from Russia, so I
oh
speak Russian.
wow.
So, isn't that cool?
That's gonna be tough to beat, Noah.
Yeah, it's no, I don't have anything like that, but I guess I'm a Miami Heat fan, and we're about to talk about the NBA
I
playoffs.
like that. That's a good transition, man. Let's get into it. I have a hot take to start off with. I think the Heat are gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, it feels like that's sort of just what they do. They
Mm.
fall face first into the play-in, and then they end up in the NBA Finals.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen, but
Yes.
everyone like because I feel like we were talking about like the Hornets and like how they could give Detroit the most trouble of anybody. But I just think like today, like since it's a 9-10 Hornets Heat, like I think the one game sample of Spoelstra, like I just like the Heat. I think they're just going to get it done. Like Charlotte doesn't really have a taste of like playoff experience or anything. And it'll just be like a Spo, like out tough them. And then if they win that, I think they'll play the Magic, which I think the Magic kind of sucks, so I'm not too worried about that. But
Mhm.
Tim, what are you thinking about these playing games?
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the Heat beat the Hornets. Like you were mentioning with Spoelstra, I think that like one-off contests, especially, are dependent on like a coaching strategy slash like tactics background. So I think Spo is kind of regarded as probably like one of the two, three best coaches in the league. So yeah, I honestly would not be surprised if they end up beating the Hornets, but I definitely would prefer the Hornets in just because I think a lot of people want to see that Pistons Hornets
Oh, for sure. I think that would
series.
Noah's probably the only one who really wants the Heat to be in there, but
I would not hate a Hornets Detroit 7 game series though, because I mean it's a televised street ball basically.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Um,
I
yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say the other playing game I'm definitely interested in is gonna be the Warriors and Clippers one. I know that this matchup with these same teams, maybe like 6, 7 years ago, would have been the best thing in the league, you know. But I mean, Steph Curry, ever since he returned from injury, is playing really well. Kawhi's had an unbelievable year, honestly. So um, that'll be a fun one-off. But then, like, it's whoever does end up landing in the 8 seed and playing against the Thunder, like congratulations, you know, like
Yeah, you're fucked.
you're probably really fucked
Mhm.
regardless. So, but yeah, so those are the two that I'm looking forward to the most.
Is there
It
any
was,
team that you think could like if they got in the 8 seed with the Thunder could even like win even a game or two?
um, I think the Clippers would be more likely to win a game because I can see just like a Kawhi masterclass. I mean, like Steph Curry. I think that if the Warriors were to win even one game against the Thunder, that would require like a Steph like 50 bomb or something
Yeah.
like that. Like if Jimmy Butler is still around, it'd be a different story. But I don't know. It's just like we've seen the same rendition of the Warriors for pretty much ever since they won their last championship, and it's like everybody wants to see Steph, everybody wants to see him play well, but like I don't know. It's kind of the same old story over and over
Now
again.
you got Guy Santos and Podzinski out there. It's such a
Right.
weird. I feel like I don't know. I kind of like them. Like I think they could make a run here. Just like Clippers would have Kawhi, and that's I mean kind of it. I don't know. I kind of the 7-8 game. I think will be. I like both those teams a lot. I think they're both really good. What do you?
But yeah, both I feel like most people are probably surprised that those are the two teams in the 7 and 8
Oh, for sure.
end of the regular season. I mean, like the Suns is maybe almost the most like shocking team of this season, if not. I mean, one of them I would say, probably not. I mean, you got like
Probably they might be like their win total was like in the 20s. I want to say, or maybe 30 games.
yeah, it's like the only other teams that really come to mind that like performed way above expectations are the Hornets, as we mentioned, and then
Hmm.
like I think we got to give credit to the Celtics without Tatum this season.
Yeah.
I think that really kind of like cemented Joe Mazzulla as like a really top tier coach. So
Who do you guys? Who's your coach of the year?
It's got to be Joe, right?
I don't think he's I think Bickerstaff for Detroit's the favorite, but I
Yeah,
like Missoula. Like I think he should win.
yeah. Tatum's like a top 10, maybe even top five player in the NBA, and
Hmm.
they were top three all season without him.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I know you still have Jaylen Brown and Derek White, like they still have some good pieces, but when you lose a top 10, top five player in the NBA, and you have the season that they just had, you have I that that's just
They
unreal to
they
me.
really like take on like that last game against the Magic. I know Cade had a parlay and he lost on the Magic because they like the Celtics had no reason to win. They just played all their backups, but Missoula's just like we refuse to tank, we refuse to lose. So like they just kind of screwed the whole like the Magic are in the play-in now because of that. I think that's just how they've always played. They've got like Hugo out there and Luca Garza, like all these random
I
dudes
mean, in
holding
this
them down.
last game, they had three separate players who hit their season high
Yes.
marks.
Yeah.
Like that's Baylor Shireman, like
Yeah. He's awesome.
LeBarn,
Yeah.
LeBarn's cousin, pretty much. He put up what,
Ron
like
Harper Jr. too.
something insane.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love Missoula. But yeah, I guess it's him or Bickerstaff. I think what jo is I forget the son's name. What's the son's coach name? John Lucas?
I think so.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean, Hornets coach,
yeah, Lee, Charles Lee.
yeah, I mean they kind of they started out rough, but they really got hot, and
Yeah, like
it's not a team like
14 start or something, I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, that's not a team that like if you work your ass off to get the first seed like the Pistons, the Hornets are not a team that I'd want to face because they've got
No.
multiple guys who can fill it up. So
Well, their net rating throughout like most since they've like had that bad start, they've been like one of the top five teams in the league the whole year, like according to like statistics, which is crazy. It
Hmm.
is kind of messed up. Like I heard on a podcast, probably like Zach Lowe, saying like the one seed should be able to choose who they play because you kind of aren't rewarded. Like you have to wait longer to figure out who you play. And now if you're the Pistons, like Cade's coming off an injury and you're going to get stuck playing maybe the Hornets, although I'm predicting the Heat. But like, yeah, you're just kind of screwed. The Thunder doesn't matter. I think they're going to blow out whoever they play. But let's get in. I'm looking now at the odds here. We can start with
What real quick, one
yeah.
last Hornets point before we move on. I
Mhm.
think one of the most intriguing things for me going into these playoffs, if the Hornets do end up getting into the eighth seed and playing the Pistons, is I want to see what LaMelo Ball looks like when there's like real stakes for
Yeah.
like every possession. Like, is he still gonna play the way that he plays, or is he like gonna actually turn it up and like make the high Q plays and like make the right pass in the right moment, take the shot when it's the best available option. Like, I'm really curious to see how his
Mhm.
game changes now that the stakes are much higher and how he conducts himself in
it,
general.
it reminds me of Jason Williams, White Chocolate, when he was the Heat's point guard when they won their first title, where everybody said, yeah, they're good, but they're not gonna be able to do it because they have him running point guard, and he reined it in. He still did the cool stuff, but it was much more controlled. That's kind of what I compared it to. If he can like activate a 2006 Jason Williams version of
Okay.
himself, I think that they don't have the size to really make that much noise, but they can definitely make some people sweat. That's, I mean, how do you pronounce his name? Diabite
Yeah,
or
Diabate,
yeah,
Moose.
he's good, great rim protector, but he's about all they have as far as size goes. Like you're
Yeah, they
pretty
bring
much
in like
asking
Grant
Miles
Williams
Bridges
too.
to be your second
Hmm.
big man. So
Yeah, Miles Bridges kind of
Yeah.
protects the paint down in there as well, even though he's like girthy, but he's not big.
Yeah, I Grant Williams randomly plays a lot, which is like usually not a good
Mhm.
sign for your team. But I don't know,
Mhm.
like every like I swear every like men's league rec game I've ever lost is just a team gets hot from three and just like will beat you by like 23 pointers. Like I mean, I think the Pistons would just kind of out physical them, like how they got in like that brawl earlier in the year. Just
mhm,
Duran is just like I'm bigger than everybody and I'll just fight you like Stewart the same way. But the Hornets could just like outshoot them for like and win 4 games and could advance.
mhm.
Or if they get past Miami tonight, which I'm not so sure. But yeah, I want to get in. Let's talk about Noah's Lakers. I just like these first round matchups that we have set right now. You've got Cavs, Raptors, Nuggets, T-Wolves, Knicks, Hawks, and Lakers, Rockets. The Lakers are now are plus 425, which I get like the injury situation, but I just think the Rockets have been kind of terrible for like the last, I don't know, half of the season.
They
Like,
can't shoot the ball.
no, their offense is just a mess. Like they don't have a point guard. Like half the time Durant's just dribbling the ball up and like getting double team, turning it over. Like I don't know, they don't play Reed Shepherd, who I'm not really sold on as being like a starting point guard. But I mean, I'm not saying the Lakers are going to win just because I don't know if Luka's going to be even play, and I know Reeves is out, but I still feel like that's a weird like line on that series.
Hmm. I guess it
Yeah, and that's
depends.
interesting that sorry, no, that's interesting that that's even the matchup because like in the final day of the season there was like that massive Nuggets Spurs game
Hmm.
and Spurs dropped that one, which then propelled the Nuggets into the 3 over the 4. So like now we're looking at a potential round 2 matchup of Nuggets and Spurs. So it's just like interesting that the Lakers even landed in that
Oh,
spot.
for sure. What do you
Not
think?
really.
Like the Nuggets, like they could have just like I think they were 12-point underdogs in that game, and they just kind of like Jokic had to play a certain minute to get his 65 game thing, but like they just
Hmm.
kind of like kept playing hard and won, and kind of like made it tougher road for them. But I kind of respect like teams not losing intentionally. Like it might make the path harder, like because they would have coasted through like the first round, and the T-Wolves
Hmm.
might be kind of a difficult matchup. I still expect the Nuggets to win.
Yeah, no, I agree with that point. I do appreciate like not posturing like in
Hmm.
terms of like trying to pick what seed you're going to end up at because like at the end of the day you're going to have to face at least two really good opponents. Like
Yes.
in the case of the Thunder, now they might look out and not play like somebody who's super strong until conference finals. So it's
Oh
like in the
yeah.
minimum conference finals and the finals, like you have to win 8 games against like top tier teams, you know. So it's like at the end of the day, you know,
I think it's probably a huge advantage for the Thunder now because like that Spurs Nuggets series, they're just going to beat the hell out of each other. Like I think that'll be an amazing series, and the
that's
two, 3 in the East will be great. Like assuming the Knicks get past the Hawks and Celtics get past, I don't know, probably the 76ers. Like that should those the 2-3 matchups will be awesome. Like I cannot wait for those. I'm looking here. No, I kind of consider you our Eastern Conference expert. Give us like the Cavs Raptors breakdown. What do you see here?
Uh, that one's tough because they're like completely different teams.
Mhm.
Cavs are score, but they can't really play defense. Raptors are like the complete opposite. So it's just kind of like if the Raptors end up turning it into like a drag it out, who can get the most stops kind of series, I like the Raptors. If the Cavs turn it into a track meet, then I like the Cavs. It really just depends on which team is more prepared from a coaching standpoint and which team can execute what it is they do best.
Mhm.
I don't really, as far as coaching intangibles go, I don't know which coach I trust more, but it's just like you look at the Cavs, like Donovan Mitchell is not known as a great defender. James Harden has never been
Definitely
known as a
not.
great defender. So I think the Raptors, they might find something offensively that you don't really expect out of them. The Cavs might end up in a situation where it's like, oh shit, like we're going back to Toronto for game 6. This is
Yeah.
this is bad. If it gets to that point, I do kind of like the Raptors. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's just a lot of unfair criticism for Harden and how the playoffs with the Rockets always went, but something about just Donovan Mitchell and James Harden being your perimeter defenders that you have to lean on a lot
Hmm.
just scares me a lot in the
It
playoffs.
does feel like every year there's like one team that it just like kind of implodes in the playoffs and like okay, now they're just gonna blow it up and everything's gonna change. And I feel like that could be the Cavs, like
Mm-hmm.
because this Harden thing, like I mean, he's known to like be kind of a terrible playoff performer.
Mm-hmm.
that's his
Um,
legacy, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, probably. But like on the other hand, like I don't know, Donovan Mitchell, I was randomly looking, I was watching The Last Dance. And it was Jordan had the 63-point game. So I was looking at like the playoff leaders for individual performances and like forgot Donovan Mitchell scored 57 in the bubble in a game and also scored 51. So like I still think he can probably lead them through that series. Just like he's far and away, I think, the best player in that series. But I do kind of agree with your point though. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be like closer now than I even was considering. Like I haven't really seen much Toronto this year, but like they have a solid, like a really deep team. Like I think that could be like you said, they're going back and
It
it's like a
reminds me.
tight series. Go ahead, what'd you say?
Remember a couple years ago when the Nuggets were playing the Timberwolves
Yes.
and nobody expected the Timberwolves to win, but the Nuggets just couldn't figure them out on
Hmm.
like their defense, and the Timberwolves like let that carry them all the way to winning the series. The Cavs are nowhere near that Nuggets team, but I could see a similar thing playing out where it's nobody's really giving the Raptors a shot, but
A little bit
defense,
of like nobody believes in us juice. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
but defense can carry you through an NBA playoff series. If they can't solve your defense and you can't score, you're going to struggle to win 4 games out of 7. It's
Yeah,
just the way it's
absolutely.
always been,
Yeah.
even in this day and age.
Okay, Tim, what are we thinking here? Knicks, Hawks. Do you think Atlanta has a chance? It's kind of Hawks are the Knicks are minus 275 to win the series, which I kind of am a little surprised by, just like given like they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. What do you think here?
Yeah, so this one is actually, I think, the hardest first round matchup. I mean, we'll see obviously after the play-in games who lands in the 7 to 8. But as I was going through filling out my bracket, this was actually by far the hardest first round series for me to predict in the East. Um, Knicks are just, I don't know. There's not much that excites me about the Knicks. Like Jalen Brunson is a joy to watch. I mean, like I don't. I personally really enjoy Brunson and the way that he plays and his style and just like the way that he conducts himself as a point guard. I understand that that brand of basketball is not for everybody, but with that being said, I think that Cat has kind of been a disappointment overall in New York. Like this season, I'm pretty sure is like his lowest points per game, lowest like shot attempts per game. So there was like a little bit of a rub in the beginning when Mike Brown became their coach about like how he would utilize Cat in their offensive system. And to be honest, I don't know if that actually got worked out all year long. Like they are the 3 seed, like they are still a quality side, but I mean, I don't know. The Hawks, they're fun and
They
they're
are.
hot at the end of the year now. I mean,
Mhm.
Jalen Johnson has just like, I mean, he absolutely blew through the roof of what people thought his ceiling would be this year.
Oh, he's
Um,
awesome.
he's
Yeah.
absolute joy to
Same
watch.
with Alexander Walker.
I was just about to say, Nickeil Alexander Walker. He's been like a huge surprise this year as
Most
well.
improved for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's a lock
totally.
now.
Totally. So honestly, that's a really hard series for me to call. I could easily see that going the distance. I could see either team coming out of it. Um, I guess we'll see what kind of. I do think a lot of it depends on the Cat that we see. You know,
Yeah, oh for sure.
are we gonna
And
get
like
Potato Cat? Are we gonna
Bridges
get
as well. Like I feel like Knicks fans kind of hate him because of the 5 first round picks.
because of the whole
Yeah.
package that was given for him. Yeah, I do think that if the Knicks do crash and burn out and only win like one, maybe like 2 games in this first round and get bounced, then I think it's going to be a very long off season for them
Oh
and
yeah.
Knicks fans in general.
Yeah, I kind of like it's always fun like last year the Knicks Pacers like Eastern Conference Finals was like it's just always cool when the Knicks are relevant and you've got like all the fans there. Like but I do think this will be a great series. Like I don't know. I look for Kaminga looking ahead to like our draft here for like wild card spot. Kaminga like sometimes he could give you like 25 points or he could like show up and be terrible and cost you the game. And I truly like admire players like that where you have no clue what you're gonna get. And so this could be a moment for him. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. Real quick on that point, I thought that like I think most people regard Steve Kerr as like
Mhm.
maybe like an S tier coach in the
For
league.
sure.
I thought that whole situation with Kaminga was so bizarre, man. Like
It really
if
was.
it really was. I mean, like, if it's clear that he's not going to work out for your team, like, you have to do everything in your power to get his stock up as much as you can. If you
Mhm.
know that you're going to be offloading him, then, like, you have to try to maximize that return. And it was just like, it seemed like it was just kind of like a petty personal beef almost, you
Yeah, it
know?
was strange.
Like,
There was like they would always like kind of like take shots at each other, I feel like subtly.
yeah.
There's
Which
kind
is
of precedent too with Jordan Poole getting punched and TMZ hit.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not the first time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's strange. Like, cause you think, yeah, you're right. Like, you think of Steve Kerr, like he could handle like the personalities in the locker room, and like
Mhm.
if it was gonna work anywhere for Kuminga, it would have been Golden State.
Right. And so, like, to just piggyback off your point, it's like Kaminga has been good
Yeah,
since
he's
he's
been really
gone
good
to
there.
Atlanta, you know. So it's like even going back to this conversation about the Warriors, like if they could have got a better return for it, then I would be more confident in them in the play-in game, you
Well, it
know.
was just Porzingis straight up, right?
I think so.
Such a crazy trade.
Just
Porzingis just has this mystery illness that like no one can figure out.
yeah, yeah,
We wish him
very
well.
strange.
All right, let's get in. Okay. We'll talk more about the playoffs. I'm sure we'll do another pod, but we can get into this draft now if you guys are ready. So I was thinking we
Real
could,
quick
oh, go
before
ahead.
real quick, can I interject? Should we
Please.
give our picks for all four of the play-in matches real
Oh
quick?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good idea. So you can go first, Tim, since you brought it up.
All right. So in the West, the 9 versus 10 Clippers versus the Warriors. I'm gonna have the
Okay.
Clippers there.
Okay. Clippers are 5.5 point
Seven-
favorites.
okay. In the 7-8, I like the Suns there.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about a particular guy in the Suns later in our draft.
Okay,
Then in the
nice.
East for the Hornets Heat game. That one I think is that one is really tough, man. I'm gonna say the Hornets just because that's what I want to root for, but it's a total toss up.
I'm most excited for that game, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And then I'll take the Sixers in the other one as well. I actually was like kind of excited to see them in playoffs before the Embiid news. But
Yeah, that's
what is
I
it
th-
now? Appendicitis.
it's so crazy for him. Like it's just some people are just always hurt, like no matter what. And it's just I don't
Hmm.
know. Like this is just so out of nowhere. And he was playing good too, like
Yeah.
recently. That is
Hmm.
a bummer. All right, Noah, what are your picks here for the play-in?
For West, I'm going same thing. Clippers, Warriors are just I don't know. They just don't inspire a lot of confidence anymore, and
Okay.
I don't think that their drive is there. Maybe like the Clippers. Kawhi's got a lot to prove, and Clippers are a little younger overall. Also, I mean, the ball's going to be in Pod's hands a lot, and that's just not a good thing.
Yeah. Did you
In my
see that Twitter thing where it was like not tweeting on this account until a pod scores 30 points? And
yeah,
it took like 3 years, or I want to say I can't remember exactly how long it was.
yeah, and he's demanding like a lot of money this offseason probably. So
Yeah,
he'll probably get it too because people do stupid things.
probably.
But yeah, also Suns, just Trailblazers, good for them. They kind of
Mhm.
went above their ceiling or perceived ceiling this year, but I like the Suns. This is, I'll get to the East now. This is going to seem controversial because of the jersey I'm wearing, but I do like the Hornets tonight. It's just been
Okay.
such a bad year. Well, outside of the Bam 83, that was pretty cool, but
Mhm.
the Heat have just, players have been hurt all the time. It seems like there's just always turmoil in the locker room, and you never see a season like that get rewarded in the playoffs. It seems like it always crashes and burns, and the Hornets are hungry. Like they've had like their vibes are way higher than Miami's right now, and they're playing at home. They haven't had they may did they go to a playing game at some point in Charlotte, or they haven't been in the playoffs since.
LaMelo has played in one, I think. And it
Okay.
was like I think it might have been Bulls, Hornets, just like a terrible game that no
Yeah,
one really
Charlotte
cared
hasn't
about.
seen like real playoff
Mhm.
basketball since like the Kemba, like Al Jefferson days.
2016.
Yes.
So that place is going to be rocking.
Mhm.
I just, I've got to put biases aside. I like the Hornets. If the Heat win, I'll be ecstatic
Mhm.
because not only is that my team, it would be unexpected, but yeah, the Hornets are 5.5 point favorites, which is kind of a high spread if you
That
kind of,
is for a playing game for sure.
but yeah, I just don't really see this Heat season ending very gracefully, just considering the way that it's gone. And then 76ers, the Magic are just, I don't know how they're here, to be honest.
Dude,
I don't
I
how
think
they
they're
won
one of the worst
45
teams
games.
I've ever seen.
Yeah. They swept the
Maybe
Heat
not
this year,
ever.
which is insane.
Oh,
But
did they really?
he got swept by a few teams that they
Mm.
probably shouldn't have been swept by, which just kind of adds to my this has been a shit season take. So,
Even the Heat, even when I was like a huge Jimmy fan, they would still just always like lose like they lost a playing game to like who was it, the Bulls maybe or the Hawks? I forget
yeah,
that they had no business losing.
they lost to the Hawks, but then they came back and beat the Bulls.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They just always do weird stuff like that. But I'm rocking with the Heat just like solely for Heat culture and just to kind of be different. Like I just think they could just out tough the Hornets here and just like somehow we look back and the Heat just play really great defense and win like 92-84 or something weird like that. Maybe not that low because that'd be kind of crazy, but something like that. A team I'm into this year that I think is going to win that you guys both picked the Suns. I'm going to go Trailblazers. Like I'm a big Denny Avdia fan. I like his politics. Uh, just kidding, fuck Denny Avdia, but he's a great player. Um, and I like Klingon. I like Kamara on there. Like I think they got a lot of like really good young players. And I mean, I think they could win a game. What they'll be the 17. I don't like them to go farther than that, but Either way, I think both these teams are probably going to advance into the playoffs. Like I don't see either one losing to Golden State or the Clippers. I'm gonna go Golden State just strictly because of Steph Curry in that other game, and I'll go with the Sixers because I think the Magic are terrible. Okay, so yeah, let's get into. I guess we could do um these all NBA teams if you guys want to talk about that first.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm looking here. Is Luca gonna be eligible?
Um, it's like up in the air right now because I think that the Lakers are like trying to contest it because I think he missed like 2 games for the birth of his daughter.
Hmm.
Um, but then the other side of the coin for that argument is that he missed a game due to suspension because of how many technical fouls he racked up. So it's like, should you learn
They
your
did they rescind
lesson?
the technical?
Wait, what'd you say?
Say it again.
Have the you know how they can go back and rescind a
Oh
technical?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. Would
Mm-hmm.
that make them eligible?
I don't know. It's a good
Just
question. I
for
don't know how, because I
shits
mean,
and
this is
giggles.
also new too. Like I don't even like it hasn't existed long enough for me to even like have like a very strong opinion on the 65 game mark. Honestly, it's like in like theoretically, yeah, I guess it's a good idea because you do want to activate some mechanisms to encourage players to play anytime that they are
Mhm.
healthy. But like fucking nothing's gonna change until the season is shorter. That's like
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
That
They're
is
talking about making it longer.
yeah, it's nothing is
Who
gonna
like
improve.
there's only one reason to make it like strictly for money, but like no one else in the world would think making it longer would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't I get why they did the 65 rule, but it is just like you have to make like the season shorter is the
I'd
only.
say just for the purposes of this exercise, let's include him.
Yeah, I think they'll probably figure it out and get that going.
Yeah.
All right, so I got first. I think the first team is pretty much set. Like it's SGA, Luca, Jalen Brown, Wimby, Jokic. The only one I think maybe Jalen Brown, you could swap him out for somebody.
I
But
don't
I
know.
kind of,
With Tatum out all year, and then them still being top three in the East
oh
when
yeah.
Tatum came back, JB
Mhm.
was doing a lot of that. I had JB in fantasy this year,
Oh,
so
he was an animal. I mean, he
I
averaged
guess,
like 28 points a game.
yeah.
I guess the only other one that would have been in consideration for the fifth spot would be Cade, right?
Yeah, for
No, he's
sure. And I
eligible.
know he's ineligible. He definitely, it would have been him or Jalen Brown would have been like
Yeah.
the big option there.
Mm-hmm.
My personal second team. Oh, you go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
Well, I don't know if we want to talk about this now. We can also like put a pin in it, but I wanted to ask about like the Celtics. Like, do you guys see this? Like, do you think that the course of this season will impact? Like, how do you think it'll impact them moving forward? Because like it was always this debate. Like, is Jalen Brown being okay? Is he okay with being second banana? Now he
Mhm.
played this entire season out, leading like his team way above expectations, finishing as the 2 seed. Like I feel like that is going to come to a head at some point. Is it going to be in the playoffs? Is it going to be next year? Like, how do you guys see that situation unfolding?
What do you think, Noah?
I think that it's been talked about time and time again, and obviously this year was different because Tatum was actually out and JB still managed to do very well. But like I said, it's talked about every year, and it just never really seems to be an issue. They're always right in the mix of things, and they're always competing, and so I think it's going to be fine. I think Missoula also has managed them extremely well. It might not always be pretty, and sometimes the body language might look off and things might look not great, but they always figure out a way to make it work. And I don't see that changing now, especially when the East is as winnable as it is this year. You have a chance to get back to the NBA Finals after you kind of got screwed last year with the Tatum injury. So I think it's fine this year. I don't see it coming to a head in the playoffs. If they end up going down like 3-1 or something just because a team gets hot, I could see it becoming an issue, but I just don't see that happening to the Celtics because they have a lot of shooters too. I don't think anyone's just going to shoot them out of the gym. So,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
it really is a lot to do with like Missoula and like how he like I think it works like on other situations that could be a disaster. Like you kind of have like because Jalen Brown won Finals MVP, but I think everyone kind of thinks it's probably Tatum's team. But like the way like Missoula like when they asked him about winning Coach of the Year and he was just like I don't care about that. I don't want to win like I don't care about awards at all. Which I would love if he won Coach of the Year now just to see what his reaction would be. Um, Like I just think he creates like this culture where it truly is like they just are team first and they care about winning. Now they could get down like 3-1 to the Knicks, like you were saying, Noah, and it could just be like a disaster, but we'll see. Like I think it'll kind of work out. Like they're both great players.
I think it's a great point though about Joe Mazzulla
Mhm.
specifically. Like, if he wasn't this culture setter that he is, then I think that this would be a much more prominent issue. But I think that like I don't know, Joe Mass clips is probably like the number one. Like, I'm not going to scroll past this like type of content I see nowadays. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, what is it called?
I was just saying that like anytime I see a Joe Mazzulla
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. Okay.
clip or something like that, like I 100% am
Oh,
because I'm
dude.
just so like just enthralled by him. Like he's kind of a madman, but
Oh,
like
he's awesome.
in a brilliant way.
Yeah.
I really do think that he like sets that standard to where like there wouldn't be any kind of like blow up between them, you know. And
I,
if there is like any kind of like hints that that could happen, then I think that Joe would be like the perfect person to step in and be like, all right, like let's work this shit out, you know.
yeah, I think he makes it seem like he's kind of like this like stern guy that no one like really messes with. But like I heard it was like I saw a clip of it was like him and Derek White, I think went to like a WWE event together.
WWE event, yeah.
Yeah. And also I saw this great clip the other day of him talking about he wanted to get a wolf to like protect his house or something like that. And the
Nice.
guy he was gonna get the wolf from like told him that some other guy got a wolf and it like turned on him and attacked him or something like that. And he's like, well, that's just they just didn't have a good relationship. Like that wouldn't happen to me. So like I think that's kind of how he coaches. Like he's got all these wolves, but he knows how to tame them.
Do you guys think he's like less weird internally, or do you think he's the exact same?
Yeah, I think he's probably like a pretty normal guy. He's probably really funny. I think a lot of what he does is just like meant to be funny.
Oh yeah, he's like very quick and witty. Like he's definitely
Hmm.
like a very sharp mind for
He's
sure.
like he comes off to me as just like a genius.
I
Yeah.
was
Like,
gonna say there might be like a little like splash of the tism there going on.
yeah,
Wha-
yeah, just a savant.
Damn. Yeah, it's like a basketball savant, but like yeah, wants to have a wolf roam his house too.
I
All
would
right.
have that.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah, that
That's
would be.
what you, don't you have a one bedroom apartment, right?
Yeah, yeah, and
So,
I have like other tenants here too, so I'd have to run it by them. But
yeah, well for the whole place, the building.
yeah, yeah, that's
That'd be
true.
sick.
I live in like a pretty like residential neighborhood too, with like children and stuff.
Yeah, well, you just foster that relationship, and the wolf like knows like what's up, and then it'll be
Don't
fine.
attack the kids.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All right,
Well, watchdog.
yeah, there you go, Tim. You got cats, so it's the same thing.
Yeah, one of my cats sits on the windowsill looking out on the street for probably like 18 to 24 hours a day. He protects his house.
That's
So
awesome.
I hope that this wolf can provide you the same comfort and security that my little gray cat does.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna get in my I'm gonna do my second team here, and then Tim asked me to do a team of just my favorite players to watch. So my second team, I've got Maxey, Jamal Murray, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi, and Jalen Johnson. I kind of went away from like having a traditional center, but I really love Jamal Murray this year. I feel like he's been underrated, like
Hmm.
because Jokic missed a lot of time, and and so Gordon too, and he just kind of held everything together. Like it's kind of crazy that they're the 3 seed right now. Any objections here on the second team from you guys?
I don't know. That's still like KD though. You know,
Yeah.
just given what that team is offensively, he's had to shoulder a lot. At how old is he now?
Right.
38.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of is all they have, I think. Like,
Yeah.
go ahead, Tim. You
But
can say something.
maybe that situation with his burner account, because that almost, I mean, it's almost like a direct correlation between when all that shit happened over All-Star break and them not playing as well towards the end of the season. So I don't know if, I mean, that obviously is not going to affect like me, an individual voting for him for second team All NBA, but like that could have fed into the Rockets having a poor second half of the season, which then results in not as much emphasis being placed on Katie and recognizing for the
For
season.
sure. For sure. In my ninth grade, I tweeted fuck our coach after I didn't start the first game and it caused a big rift amongst our team. But it worked
Oh my
out.
God, who's this
I got in
coach?
the it was Tyshawn's dad. So it was cool. We were fine. We're good. We're friends. All right, here's my all Luke team favorite players to watch. Josh Giddey, Denny Advia, Donovan Clingan, Con Knipple, Cooper Flag. We'll take a break now and we'll get into our draft. All right, we're back here. We're gonna do a little bit of an NBA, like a playoff players draft here. So what I was thinking we'd do like you'd have like a starting five, max two all-stars. And like I think the goal is kind of like to just like construct a team that you think would actually like fit together and work nicely together. But also have a bench player and then like a wild card. Like for a wild card, it could be like an X factor type guy who's like could really make a difference, like could make it like you could win or lose a series based on this guy's performance. So like think about that. You can draft in whatever order you want. But I got some everyone's name in a hat here. We'll mix it up and we'll see who gets the first pick.
Are we doing snake draft?
Yeah.
All right.
What kind of hat is it?
First pick is Noah.
Okay.
It is a cool little W. All the names just fell out as I did that, but
Oh,
W.
I mean, I don't love WVU, but I like the hat.
Yeah. All right, next pick we got here is IG, and he is not here. So if he joins in, he'll get the second. We'll go back and he'll get whoever took the second pick, and it'll ruin the whole draft. Next pick is Tim, and I'll have the last pick.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Okay, I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm just saying you'd already picked everybody else, so it makes sense
Yeah, it
that
does.
your
Yeah,
name would, yeah.
be kind of crazy if it wasn't my name.
Yeah, that would be weird.
All right, Noah, your pick.
All right, I'm going Wemby. Just
Okay, yeah, I
off
think
rip.
that's probably the play.
Yep.
Anything you want to say about Wimby that hasn't been said?
It's not I don't really think there's anything I can say that hasn't already been said. I mean, he changes the whole game defensively. Like you can't drive if you have a center that can shoot so you can pull them away from the basket, that could work, but they're starting to become a little more lenient about defensive 3 seconds. So he can kind of hang out. And how does it so you get a technical foul if you get a defensive 3 seconds? If you get two
Mm.
of those in the same game, are you ejected? Is that treated like the
I don't
same?
know. Actually, I don't
Well,
think I wonder if that's ever happened.
That's a
yeah,
good question.
Yeah, I don't know. That's you
they
stumped
are a
us.
lot more lenient on it than they used to be. So I think that you can kind of just have them camp in there and take your chances with your matchup and just hope
Hmm.
that whoever it is that he's guarding isn't hitting their threes. But regardless, he can still cover the amount of space in 2 steps that most guys it takes 6 steps. So just for the defense alone, I haven't even touched on what he does offensively, but for the
Oh
defense,
yeah.
it changes everything. So
I mean, I literally there was a time he literally like they were running. They had an easy lob. I forget. I think it might have been the Pistons, and he's literally stopped the lob and like the shot. Like
yeah,
they made it where the point guard couldn't do either option that he thought he had. Like he's unbelievable. When I went and saw him play, and it was just like so cool to see him in person. Do you have something, Tim?
Was it the coolest person you've ever seen play
Yeah,
in
like
real life?
I've
Like
seen
in
him
person?
twice now. Like, and it was crazy because we saw him in Orlando like his rookie year, and like it was one of his
Mhm.
worst games. I went, he only had like 10 points and didn't play that much, but like you could literally just see like the jump he's had because I saw him just a couple of weeks ago, like how much better he's gotten. It's like
Mhm.
unbelievable. Like even like offensively
Yeah.
especially because like the defense was there just from being so
Um,
huge.
yeah, regarding Wemby, I feel like one of the more interesting talking points with him going into the playoffs is this whole like how much he's playing. So like
Hmm.
he currently is averaging 20 less than 30 minutes a game. He's at 29.2. So do you guys foresee him like instantly jumping up in minutes? Do you think there's gonna be a ramp up? Do you think he's gonna play around 30 minutes a game? Like how do you think that's gonna go down in the playoffs?
What do you think,
Need
Noah?
dependent maybe?
Yeah, that's
maybe not in this first round. I think that they can pretty much do what they did in the regular season. Um, I don't think they're going to want that series to go beyond 5 games, though. So if it gets to be like 2-1, I could see his minutes ramping up in game 4 and game 5 just to kind of get that series over with. But if they're coasting, I think it's second round is when he'll get above 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think they're gonna want to try to like build it up. I mean, I think it's been like so smart of them to use him the way they have
Oh, yeah.
throughout the regular season, like so that he's kind of like coming in a lot more fresh. Like I was hearing about like the MVP debates, like the amount like I want to say maybe Jokic and SGA have both played like 400 more minutes than him throughout the year, which is kind of crazy. So like you're kind of coming in like way more well rested and fresher than like other stars. So yeah, I think that's a
And then And then if it gets to like Western Conference Finals, it's Spurs versus Thunder. Then you think that he's getting closer to like 38 a game.
yeah, I think so.
Because
I
he
hope
makes
that
Chet a
happens.
non-factor.
Yeah. He hates
Mhm.
Chet, which I love.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't
awesome.
even thought about that during this pod. That would be awesome just to watch those two go at it.
Well, it's like I don't even think they're close. Like I'm not really a big Chet fan, but like Wimby, like
No,
literally feels like offended that he's even compared to him sometimes.
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, and it's cool because like I mean I'm gonna talk about some of this in like this draft, but like I think that like motherfucker factor is big when it comes to the playoffs, you know,
Yes.
and like Wemby just seems like a very nonchalant, chill, like very calculated person. But like when it comes to Chad, the motherfucker comes out in
Oh
him,
yeah.
you know.
Oh
Yeah,
he.
we saw it against Draymond earlier this year when
hmm
he was talking shit, then he just like dunked on him.
That's I think teams think they
Mhm.
can just like beat him up and hit him, and he's tough. Like he
Yeah.
wants that.
That he's like some soft, lanky guy,
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
not. It's kind
Yeah.
of awesome.
Mhm.
All right, Tim,
Mhm.
your pick here.
So Wemby was pick number one.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the guy named Nikola Jokic.
Okay, damn. Kind of fucked
I
up.
feel
You
like this.
guys.
I feel like I think you're in a good spot here because like there's kind of like four individuals who really separated themselves away from everybody else this season. Like
hmm
four front runners for MVP, so you're in a good spot at the turn there at the three.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Unless you
gonna.
go off the wall, we're only allowed two All Stars per team, so
I
I don't know.
know.
Are you gonna get funky with it? You're gonna
Well,
get
we can
funky with
talk about Jokic first before we get into all that.
it. Okay.
Like, I think that did you get that last Spurs Nuggets game? Not the one in the last, but the one that went to overtime. Like the way Jokic was just going at Wemby was so insane. Like that turnaround in overtime was awesome. And like I was really hoping you would take SGA or Luka so I could get Jokic. Like I really feel like the Denver just has like some sort of path here, like from like not losing intent from winning that last game and kind of making their road harder. Like I'm really into Denver this year, and like I think Jokic just kind of has something to prove. He's almost gotten like underrated, even though this has been statistically like his best season yet.
Yeah, I was just about to say like it's truly an insane season.
Mhm.
Like he's at 13 boards a game. He's at 11 assists a game. He's the only person in the league who averages double digit assists. He like averages. I think I saw like eight more passes a game than the second highest player, and like he's a fucking center. He's like the
Yeah,
biggest guy in the league most of the time. You know. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think that enough good things can be said about him. Like, if I were an MVP voter, he would get my vote this year. Honestly,
I
like,
think so too.
I'm one of those people who thinks that he should have been the MVP for the last 6 seasons. You know,
hmm
it's actually unbelievable watching him play, and like his mind is on like a different stratosphere than other people when he's playing. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
like
he literally yeah
and
he's thinking two moves ahead.
right, and like for the purposes of this draft, I think that I mean, I don't know, Wemby also, but like I think Jokic is the easiest to build around because you can insert him into whatever spot you need. You can have him play whatever role you need him to. I mean, like, you know, teams have two different strategies whenever they play against them. They're like, okay, we're gonna shut everybody else down and make Jokic beat us, or we're gonna completely knock him out of the game and make the rest of the team beat us. And like
hmm
either way, like he's gonna be able to like overcome either direction that you're coming at him. You know, either
Oh
he's gonna
yeah,
put up five on efficient shooting, or he's gonna have 25 boards, 18 assists. You
it's
know,
so crazy
like
that he just does that. Like who else does? He leads the NBA in rebounds and assists.
He
yeah,
averaged a triple double this season,
Yeah,
right? You mentioned
yeah,
that.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
And then Russ did that, right? That was the last time.
Probably Jokic has probably done it before. I mean, maybe
Yeah, I
not.
wonder. Russ was the one who like everybody kind of freaked out over because that was like unprecedented at that time. Let
Yeah,
me see.
I don't think anyone had done it since like Elgin Baylor, maybe. Does that
Mhm.
sound right?
Yeah, that I mean, probably something crazy like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 28 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists a game. And he's probably going to be like third in the MVP ballot, which is just so insane.
Yeah, so there's only been three players that have ever done it. Oscar Robertson did it once. Russell Westbrook. Can you guys guess how many times he did it?
Westbrook averaged a triple double.
Yeah,
Twice.
I was going to say three.
four.
Four.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that loud?
What
Are they
would you
all
have
in
And
guessed?
OKC?
what would I have guessed? Four,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
And then this would be Jokic's second season
Damn.
in a row.
All right. I'm going to take my pick here and I'm going to do something unexpected because I'm a Thunder and SGA, not hater, but not supporter. So I'm not taking SGA. I'm taking Luca, which there's big. I'm not even really thinking about like injury concerns here. I'm imagining a world where Luca is healthy, because I feel like he'll probably end up playing the majority of that series. He might miss a game or two.
Like you guys like watching Luca play?
Not really. Like that. I will say in the playoffs, like the Mavs like finals run, I feel like that was fun. Like he kind of got in the finals, he got like his Lucas shit that's annoying where he was like screaming at refs and not playing defense. But like when he's on, he's like unbelievable to watch. Like he could really score from anywhere and do anything. Like really just like fully in command of like the court at all times. So I shouldn't say I don't like watching him play, but he is kind of like I get why someone wouldn't like watching him play.
It's a tough watch when the other team is really pulling their guards out high to guard him because he's going to try to break them down 35 feet out. And
Hmm.
he's not the fastest guy in the world. So it's kind of like watching paint dry, him trying to break somebody off out
It is,
there.
yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
just sitting there
dribble
dribbling.
between his legs 6 times, try to
Mhm.
get like an accelerating step by. It's like
He's
he
looking
doesn't.
at the ref every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't blow by them. He just like sticks his big ass into them and kind of just
The
able to
way he
like
finished this year though
maneuver
was,
with people on his back. I mean, like,
I mean, he was so unbelievable the last month of the season. I think he was like a lot faster and like more explosive. So like I think this version of Luca is probably like the best
Mhm.
to watch that we've had. And my next pick
for sure.
here, since it's
Yeah.
snake draft and I have back-to-back picks, I'm gonna slot this guy in as my number as my three. And Tim mentioned motherfucker factor earlier, I think about Wemby. I'm gonna take Anthony Edwards.
Ooh,
Just
okay.
to give our team, just because you need in the playoffs, you need to like have a guy who thinks like I'm the man, I'm the best player on the team on the court right now. And Anthony Edwards always thinks that no matter who he's playing. So I think we got a lot of edge here so far with my first two picks. And those are my two all-stars are off the board now.
Okay, good pick,
Thank you.
solid. I mean, I think I have to say both my picks have been the low hanging fruit. I got to take
Well,
SGA
yeah, I
here.
think that's the right play.
I think I have to.
Mhm.
What do you guys think about SGA's game?
No, you can go first.
I like his game, if I'm being totally honest. I feel like it's not just basketball. I mean, you see it a lot in soccer too, where you're putting yourself in position to get calls and wear a team down with attrition. Um, that's just kind of the part of sports now where you put guys in positions to commit fouls or commit penalties and just wear them down that way. And I mean, it's not the hoops that we grew up with necessarily, but it works. And I don't know, it sucks to watch, but if he was on my team, I'd love it. And Jimmy Butler shot about a million foul shots when the Heat
That's
were going
true.
on this run, so it's not like I can really talk shit about it. So
I will say even like with there's like the foul baiting, which is like he does do that, but it is kind of still a skill. But he also shoots like 55% from two for a guard, which is unbelievable. And
mhm.
it feels like down the stretch of games, he literally will just never miss like a mid range. Like he'll just drive to get to the elbows, like step back, and it's just automatic. It seems like
Yeah,
I would have took him in my spot, but I knew I was going to take Luca, and I was thinking about like roster construction kind of, and I feel
Yeah.
like that wouldn't really work together those two. But he
Hmm.
is like, I mean, he's still like he's well deserving to win the MVP. Like
Yeah.
he's
No,
unbelievable.
that's a good call though. I don't know if Luca and SGA would be a great duo, but
Mm.
just to kind of echo what Noah was saying, I totally agree. I like what he mentioned, like the game that like we knew that we were like growing up on. Like I would argue that that was really kind of revolutionized, like when we were in college with the explosion of Steph Curry and just like the average basketball shot getting backed up by like what
Mm.
6 feet or something like that, you know. So like I think that Steph Curry reined in like a new, I guess you could call it an era of basketball. You know, it's like nowadays like the AAU scene, like kids are jacking up, you know, deep threes before they even like know how to like properly like
Hmm.
have a release for a shot, you know. And so I do think that what's going on with SGA is just a further evolution of the game. Like Noah made a great point that like especially in soccer, like attackers, they put themselves in the position to make a defender make a mistake, you know? And so, like, this is a very particular skill that SGA has, like, whatever's higher than mastery, that's what Shea is at, you know? And like
Oh
the
yeah.
counter to it as well is like a lot of people have not really liked. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but there is a swath of people who would say that they don't like what the NBA has turned into with like the Steph Curry revolution. And like, okay, so what do you want? You want mid-range game? What
I
else do you want out of a guy then? You know,
yeah,
it's like this
Right.
guy is an
I kind of
absolute
do.
this guy is an absolute wet ball from inside the arc. I mean, his three game is also pretty good, but I don't know. I think that the hate is unmerited. I mean, like I think it's only natural to be for people to be pissed off about stuff that they don't really like, you know. And
I
so
think, yeah, I more don't like the Thunder. Like, I like SGA kind of. Like, he's not like an asshole or anything. He's just a really great player. I think we just kind of get bored by like greatness sometimes, and like he
Well,
just like is so like consistently amazing. Like his 20-point record is crazy.
Chet
mhm.
and Lou Dort are way more unlikable for
Oh,
me.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Chet and yeah, Lou Dort is the worst. I don't really
Mhm.
like Jalen Williams that much either. But yeah, all right, let's get to Noah's pick here.
Uh,
All right. I was looking this up earlier when y'all were talking about Jokic. So James Harden was not an all-star this year.
Okay.
And I know that I was kind of dissing him earlier about the
Yeah.
defense, but I have Wimby, so I feel like that's already mitigated. I
Mhm.
want somebody to be able to run the pick and roll to perfection with Wimby, throw him perfect lobs, throw him perfect passes. If they leave him, I want him to be able to hit a three. I think Harden is the perfect complement to
I
Wimby,
I actually think that would yeah, that actually would work out great.
and he's not an all-star either.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that leaves me, that kind of opens. I have my primary ball handler now,
Hmm.
not an all-star, so it kind of leaves me open later on. And I think that he would work great with Wimby. I think that
I
he'll be the
like your
missing piece.
strategy here.
So
I like that.
give me
that's a
James
great
Harden.
that's a great pick because I think that's where you find the value in this draft
Hmm.
that we're doing is that top tier of players that weren't selected for All Star.
Yeah,
And now you can just take your all-star with your last pick pretty much because we can't draft any.
yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
true. Now it's a pick of the
Thinking
barn.
two moves ahead.
That's a
Mhm.
great point.
So you got Snake, so you got the next pick too.
Oh yeah, you're right. All right. I need to go with my big time motherfucker. I'm gonna protect Wimby.
Okay.
And give me. I want a Huntington guy in there. So give me Miles Bridges.
Wow. Okay, God.
Oh wow.
You know what? He can go out
Insane.
and give you a random 30 points
I
out of
yeah.
nowhere.
Hmm.
Wait,
And
hold on.
also,
What is this Bridges Huntington connect? Did he go to Huntington Prep?
yeah, he went to prep.
Ah,
He
cool.
actually he graduated class of 2016, which is the class I graduated, and so
Hmm.
several Huntington prep people went to Marshall with me, and they
Yeah.
said Bridges was just a huge dick. Like
I'm sure.
he just
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah, I believe it.
So
Um,
I want him on my team.
I'd say
And
he's most known for just like domestic violence. So,
yeah,
yeah,
you know, you kind of need people.
yeah, a great culture fit for Noah's team for sure.
Yeah, so and I don't want people fucking with Wimby. I don't think Harden's really gonna do anything. So
Hmm.
somebody like starts trying to like elbow Wimby and shit. Miles Bridges can run off the bench, start fighting people, take his 3 or 4. Well, it'd probably be more since he already got suspended for fighting this year. But
Yeah,
I do feel I was stuck between him and Isaiah Stewart, and I feel like Miles Bridges kind of brings a little more offensively.
yeah. I mean, he definitely can score. Yeah,
Yeah, and he can defend a little bit too. He can
Mhm.
defend, I'd say 1 through 4,
Yeah,
maybe two
probably.
through four. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I want that motherfucker
Yeah,
person on
he
my team.
definitely is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Definitely a bad person.
yeah, it's
All right,
about.
Tim, your pick. Speaking of bad people, Tim's pick.
All right, here we go. So now, yeah, I gotta find the value here. I'm upset that I can't take him, but like if I had a second All Star available, even if I had Jokic, I would pick Jalen Duren here.
I was
Like
just thinking that I wish I could take him at center.
it epitomizes the motherfuckerness that I
Yeah.
want the team going into the playoffs. Okay, so I have SGA to set the table, and then I have Jokic who can do absolutely anything. Um, so I'm gonna take Derek White. As
Okay. I
a
like
shooting
that a
guard.
lot.
Yeah, we need to.
Mm.
I need somebody who doesn't mind not having the ball in their hands. I need somebody who's good at defense.
He's just a great playoff player. He just
He's a
makes
great
every
playoff
right play.
player. He's one of those people in the league where I feel like he could be inserted on any team and find his role and thrive in it.
Yes.
No ego attached to him. That's the other thing I also appreciate about the SGA and Jokic is that there's no issue like possible internal issues, like not very like dramatic people at all. So I think Derek White would kind of help that vibe out. So I'm gonna take Derek White there.
I like that. I really like the way like both your all's teams, other than Miles Bridges, like they both like seem like a real team that could like would be really well together. All right, I've got two picks here, and I'm gonna take I think maybe my favorite player to watch in the league right now, Stephon Castle. Put him at shooting guard. Speaking of just like a dog that can just like scrap and defend anybody. I he's like I just love like what the Spurs like the team around Wemby they have is so awesome. Like Castle, Harper, even De'Aaron Fox, like they're just so
My
much fun.
my last pick was pretty much between Derek White and Steph Castle. It was
Yeah,
a good
no,
pick.
I think those are I probably would have took Derek White if you had. And then my next pick, I'm gonna do something fun here. He's not an all-star this year. I'm gonna take Jason Tatum and put him at center.
Mm,
We're gonna play like the Celtics. They've been running like a small ball center lineup with Tatum. I mean, he's an incredible rebounder, so I feel like this will work. Plus, I mean, we've got size everywhere, I think, like and just dudes that are willing to rebound and defend. So I'm gonna run Tatum at center, and there's a power forward I really want that I hope comes back to me.
damn, Tatum is like a cheat code. I didn't even think
Yeah,
about
I
that.
didn't even think about it too until you brought up Derek White.
Nah, that's perfect.
Hell yeah.
That's
All right, so I'll get back to you, Tim.
Okay, so I've got SGA in my one, I got Derek White in my two, and then I have Jokic in my flex. You can
Mhm.
literally put him wherever.
Yeah.
Um, Next I am gonna pick. It's between a couple guys here. Um, yeah, you know who I'm gonna go with for my small forward. I'm gonna go Jaden McDaniels.
Okay. I like that.
Kind of the same deal. I already have like pretty much everything that I need on offense
Hmm.
with SGA being able to get buckets himself, and then Jokic being able to either get buckets or set up buckets for somebody else. So kind of the same deal. Jane McDaniels also has a little bit of that motherfucker in him.
Yeah,
Um,
he's a
I
great
can put
defender.
I can put him I can put him on the opponent's best player and like know
Hmm.
that he's gonna do a job.
Yeah,
Also like not a selfish player, is okay with not having the ball in his hands. So I'll take Jaden McDaniels there.
I like that a lot. Noah, you got two picks coming up now.
All right. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my second All-Star right
Okay.
here.
All right.
And I mean I could be I could just go out and say, oh, just give me KD or give me Jaylen Brown, but I'm trying to think of fit.
Yep.
Um, I really like Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
I think that he can
Wow.
defend. I think he can defend all five positions after this. He wasn't known as a great defender in the past.
Hmm.
Been very good this year. I think Toronto's gotten him right. He can score. He kind of has that motherfucker in him. Like, remember that one fight when he was on the Lakers? They were playing against the Rockets, I think, and like Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo were actually throwing haymakers and stuff, and Ingram was right there
Yes. Yeah. I forgot
alongside.
about that.
But he shot the ball 38% from three this season. And he can defend. He's 6'8", so he can defend the paint. I think that as far as fit, like obviously, like on paper, you like a KD or a
Hmm.
Jaylen Brown better, but I just like the fit of Ingram on this team. I feel like
Okay. I
he
mean,
makes
I'm imagining like just Harden, Ingram, and Bridges just getting into absolute just shit, like going to like strip clubs, smoking
hey,
weed, just fighting people.
well, we're
And
gonna be sweeping
Wimby's
every
just
series, so it's not like it really matters.
yeah.
And then
Wimby's just reading books and shit. I
yeah,
like
You,
this.
you know what that just made me think of earlier when we were talking about like the Hornets. I was gonna bring up like the Con and LaMelo dynamic and just
Yeah.
like how funny that would be to listen to them having a conversation. Let me
Mhm.
have Miles Bridges in there too. Let me get
Yeah.
that trio in a
Well,
fucking
Brandon
one
Miller
circle.
also was an accessory to murder.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. So get the whole band together, man.
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, sorry,
Get
allegedly.
Grant Williams in there saying some
Grant,
fucking wacko
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, no, you got another pick here.
Yeah, and then you brought him up. I'm sorry if you're gonna take him, but I really want Khan. That
Okay. All
that
right, great. So perfect. This Khan is in a more uncomfortable situation than even on the Hornets.
You know what? He's already used to it. So,
That's true. He thrives under this environment.
but yeah, he finally like yeah, Ingram's shooting 38%. Yeah, Harden can step back and hit, but I legitimately think that Khan, if let's say we end up having to play 25 playoff games, I think out of those 25 games, he's only going to have one, maybe two off nights. Like the guy is going to come out and hit threes every game. He has gravity too, which opens up everything for Wemby and whoever else I took, James Harden. So give me Khan.
Where do you think if the draft happened again, where would Khan be now?
Ooh, top two.
I don't know. I still think the Spurs probably would have stuck with Harper. Like I think they really like Harper. He really just like has not been like if he was on another team, I think he could have been going crazy. But it does seem like yeah, I wouldn't it would probably work fine if he took Knipple too.
I think Khan's like the next great shooter in
Oh,
the
he's yeah.
like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson
Mhm.
territory, where his
Most
shooting.
threes by a rookie ever. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean his
Um,
percentage is great too.
Something that I wanted to bring up, I think right now is probably a good time to insert this conversation. But what do you guys think about this rookie of the year debate? Like, do you like there because there's the two like camps of thought. I think there's the Cooper camp and then the Con camp. So like Cooper, you have basically an unbelievable player who's doing absolutely everything for a shit
Hmm.
team, or you have a player who exceeded their expectations, broke through their ceiling, kind of helped be one of the catalysts for a team that nobody expected to make the play-in, now playing unbelievably well, averaging just a little bit less than Cooper points per game, like 1.5 points per game, most threes ever by a rookie. Like, where do you guys land in that debate?
No.
I like Cooper simply because I feel like Khan has more around him that kind of opens him up a little bit. Not to discredit his season whatsoever because it was an incredible season, but like you said, I mean, Cooper's had to do everything. You also kind of watched Cooper grow as the season went along, grow into that role. I feel like Khan was kind of like given this role that was good for a rookie who's capable of what he's doing. He's thrived in it, but we've watched Cooper grow from October to November to December, and he was averaging like 40 points over a couple of weeks or so, a week or two at one point here recently.
You know, like multiple
Yeah.
Yeah,
bombs, yeah.
so
He
I
scored
think
50, didn't
yeah,
he? Hmm.
he's been just incredible watching him grow, and the Mavericks obviously, not a great situation given that they traded Luca and then they fired their GM and
Hmm.
everything else that's gone down there. They trade AD at the deadline,
Yeah.
so it looks even worse. And so I just think him thriving and even getting better in all of that mess is super impressive. And Charlotte's never been like the model of like functional, but for Khan this year, I think it's just been a perfect situation for him.
Yeah, I'm probably would go. I think like I could see either side of it. Like I think either one deserves to win it. I kind of think like the value of like being like a key member on like a overperforming like higher performing team is more valuable. So I would go with Khan. I mean, like you said, he's the most
Mm-hmm.
3 points ever by a rookie. Like, and his percentage is great. He's also like is way more like of a better defender and like playmaker and athlete than I thought he would be. Like I kind of thought he was just going to be more of like a spot up shooter. But I think he does a lot more for the Hornets. Like, I mean, I'm not going to be upset. I think Cooper probably will win. I think he's the favorite, but either one deserves it. So I'm cool with either option.
Mhm.
All right, Tim, I think it's your pick now.
Okay, so with this one, was trying to find value in terms of like some of the better players who didn't make an All-Star team this year. So I would be a little bit afraid if Jokic was my only big man. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna add Evan Mobley to my squad.
Oh, damn, I forgot about him. That's a great pick. I like Mobley a lot.
Yeah, I think he provides good interior size. Obviously, is a huge asset on the defensive side of the floor. Same deal, not like a selfish player. You know,
Mhm.
like I could see him easily getting like a 16 and 11 and being more than happy with it. You know,
Yeah, I think
um,
like a lot of people were kind of expecting him. I kind of was too to like take like another leap forward this year, and I think he kind of like stayed the same. But I think like in this playoffs,
mm-hmm.
there's a chance that he could like become like that guy. Like I don't know what he averages right now. I want to say probably like 18 and 10, somewhere in that range. Like I think he could like get up to another level, and if he could shoot better from three, like he's super athletic and like exactly what you would want from like a stretch four. So I really like that pick. I think like that's a high upside play there. All right, I've got back-to-back picks here, and the two guys I really wanted were not taken, so I'm thrilled. I'm gonna put Aaron Gordon at power forward
Mm,
and
mm.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker at my bench player.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, okay, so that was your six.
Yeah.
Read out your team real quick.
I love my team right now. I've got Luca at point guard, Stephon Castle, two guard, Anthony Edwards at three, Aaron Gordon, and we're going Jason Tatum at center, the small ball lineup, and then Alexander Walker on the bench. And just got my wild card coming up at the last pick of the draft. I think I love Aaron Gordon on this team. I think Aaron Gordon is like one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Like he just like he's the ultimate X factor right now for the Nuggets. Like he's kind of got like he's been hurt all year, but the past couple weeks I feel like he's gotten healthy and you can like see like a real growth for the Nuggets. And when in that series, like I feel like he's going to defend Wemby a bunch and like could really like I don't think anyone can really give Wemby that many problems, but Aaron Gordon is a great defender.
Hmm hmm To that point, I think honestly a lot of like Denver's success hinges upon how well Aaron Gordon and Cam Johnson can play.
Yeah, Cam
Like
Johnson is a big one too.
if they can produce good wing play, then
Hmm.
I'm already so excited for that Spurs Denver matchup in the second round.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be awesome. Cam Johnson, I feel like that trade for Porter this year, like I was like in the offseason, like that's an amazing trade. That's exactly what the Nuggets need. And I think he's just been
Hmm
hurt a lot this year and like really
He's
hasn't
been
like,
he's been stricken with
Mhm.
injuries, like underperformed a little bit. His shooting numbers weren't great, but
Yeah. This could be a huge playoffs for him. Like if he could like really get going, like that's could really be what they need. Like him and Aaron Gordon, like and together, because
because I mean you mentioned earlier Jamal Murray's been playing out of his fucking mind.
yeah, he's
Like
always good in the playoffs too.
yeah. So
All right, Tim, you got the bench and wild card left.
all right. So with sixth man, I was having a tough time because I couldn't decide if I wanted to take the best value player available or if I wanted to take like a backup to where I thought my team was the weakest.
Hmm. Okay,
Um,
I like the thought process.
so I was gonna have Khan as my sixth man to back up
Mm.
Derek White, but instead I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Franz Wagner in to
Okay, yeah,
be a backup to Jaden McDaniels.
nice.
Bad season for the Magic, Franz Wagner. I'm still really high on him. I actually really enjoy watching his game.
He was really good last year, and then I mean the
Yeah,
injuries.
yeah, and it's kind of the same with like as you mentioned, like with this Mobley leap. I think some people were expecting that leap for Franz to be bigger than it was this year, which people have been a little bit underwhelmed by.
Mm.
But I do think that like if Magic just get bounced immediately and it's embarrassing, I would be surprised if Franz and Paulo are both on that
Oh
team
yeah,
here. So if
I
that
think
is the case,
Paulo's gone
yeah,
if
if
that
that is
happens.
the case, it would be interesting to see Franz either slide in on another team and be the number two or the three option, or if they want to pivot and try to build around him. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't think that he has number one on a team potential, but maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
the Magic, they just
Probably
feel like
not.
the number one candidate for like this team is going to get blown up, like coach will be fired, and but yeah, I don't know, who knows? We'll see. All right, Noah, I think what do your double pick here, your bench and wild card. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, so I'm going. This is easy because I think he should win Six Man of the Year. But Jaime Jaquez,
Oh, okay,
Triple J,
nice.
give us some bench scoring. He can also handle the ball. He can play defense. He can rebound a little bit. He's just kind of a jack of all trades, and I think that's perfect for what this team needs off the bench. Just kind of like a do-all,
I'm a
capable.
big Hawkes guy. I loved him at UCLA.
Yeah, I loved him in college, and now he's on the Heat. And I think he's kind of the X factor for the Heat if they want to not get swept in the first round if they get past the Hornets.
Hmm.
So I'll take him, and then back up. Uh, I need somebody to kind of alleviate Wemby's minutes a
So
little
wait,
bit.
you took Triple J as your bench.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so this is wild card. So I mean, just like wild card, think about like I don't know what you, but like a true like X factor who could like make or break this whole team. So
It's shit. I mean, I kind of already have that in Miles
That
Bridges.
I think that's a lot of your team right now. So
Yeah.
so maybe this doesn't matter as much to you.
Like I do want somebody to kind of alleviate Wemby a little bit,
Mhm.
um, but also kind of provide the defensive cushion that I want at the rim whenever Wemby's not in. So give me Musa Diabate.
Oh, okay. I like
I
that a
think,
lot.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's not a lot of offensive upside there, but I think I've
Hmm.
got plenty of offense anyway. So just give me somebody who's going to come off the bench, and obviously it'll be noticeable if Wemby's not out there, but
Hmm.
I think it'll be less noticeable than if I went and got another guard or something.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
So
gonna read Noah's team here, and Tim, you tell me over under like 1.5 players suspended for an on-court or off-court issue. James
Oh,
Harden, Con Knipple, he'll be fine. Brandon Ingram, Miles Bridges, Wimby, he'll be fine. Triple J will be fine, and Musa Diabate.
um, I wish Noah would have picked Isaiah Stewart earlier, so that Isaiah Stewart and Diabate both would have been on the team.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
I mean,
That
it's
would have been nice.
a
Yeah,
good team.
we'll just give you Isaiah Stewart as well.
okay,
You
yeah,
need both of them. Okay. All right, Tim, you got your. Oh, you have two picks left, don't you?
No, I think I just have the X Factor
Oh
left.
yeah, who was your bench? I forgot.
My bench was Franz
Oh, it
Wagner.
was Franz. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. So X Factor, very similar to the train of thought with Isaiah Stewart. I wanted somebody who would really has that motherfuckerness to them. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go from the Phoenix Suns, Dylan Brooks.
Oh yeah. Damn, I forgot all about him.
Averaged how many points a game do you guys think Dylan Brooks averaged this year?
He was.
17.
I was gonna say 18.
Twenty
Was
point two.
damn.
What?
Wow.
Over yeah, how crazy is that? Dylan Brooks averaged over 20 points a game
He
this
was
year.
playing great this year. Like I think he got
Dude, he
hurt,
was
right?
great. I forget if it was on BS Pod or Zach Lowe Pod recently, but they were talking like there were people talking about how like he really has kind of been like the culture setter in that locker room. Like
Hmm.
he from my read on the situation, Dylan Brooks is much different like outwardly than he is like internally, you know.
Yeah, if he's your teammate, you probably love him.
Yeah, 100%. So like that is somebody who I want on my team. Like
Hmm.
somebody who the other team is just like, oh Jesus, like we
Yeah.
gotta go against this fucking guy tonight, you know. And
That's
Yeah.
especially
literally him dry humping LeBron.
yes,
Yeah.
truly. And especially in a team where there's no expectations for him to be the production, you know. So like
Hmm.
his role on the team is to
To
be
fuck with people.
that asshole, you know.
Yeah.
So fucking sign him on. I
Hell
want him.
yeah.
I
All
want him.
right, we've only got a minute left. I got my wild card here. I talked about him earlier. You have no clue what he's going to get you. He's kind of like might be a locker room problem. We're not really sure. It's going to be Jonathan Kuminga. I'd love to see him coming off the bench. He might, pop out and score 25. He might like have several turnovers, dribble the ball off his knee, but I think he's going to be a good fit with our guys. So I'm going to read through everyone's team here. So I had Luca, Steph Castle, Anthony Edwards, Aaron Gordon, Jason Tatum, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, and Jonathan Kuminga. Noah had James Harden, Con Knipple, Brandon Ingram, Miles Bridges, Wimby, Triple J, Musa Diabate, and Isaiah Stewart as his wild card. I love those two together. Tim's team, he's got SGA, Derek White, Jaden McDaniels, Evan Mobley, Jokic, Franz Wagner, and the ultimate wild card, Dylan Brooks. All right, maybe we can just put this out as a poll or something, see who wins. Does anyone have 2K?
Nope.
Mm.
I think it might be free. I saw like on my PlayStation like a free trial for it. Maybe I'll do that and try to like do a sim of these teams or
Yeah,
something.
do a sim.
Do a
Yeah.
double elimination
Why?
7 game series.
Of three teams. Okay.
Yes.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. It'll take forever. All
Yeah.
right, cool. Well, thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Go Heat.
Yep.
Guys.
Okay. Bye-bye. We'll do it more later.
All right. Peace.
See ya.